Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's WhatDaBuG. Yeah, I'm back. Told you guys. Yeah, I told you. All right, cool. So, dude, we got to watch some cool stuff. It's totally different. Totally different from anything that we normally watch. And it was cool, and everything went through correctly. So, it means we're good. We can watch all the different things. All the different things. What's up, Kai? What's up, Jetica? Welcome in, Sky. Awesome. Yeah. All right. What's up, Moonchild? How's it going? I didn't even go live on TikTok. I'm just chilling. Yeah. All right, let's see. And look, I didn't even have to tell you. I was about to message you as well. See, that's not really true. I wonder if I can change that. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Dude, the video last night that we watched was so cool. I literally, I was like talking about it and I was like, shit. That's crazy because I kept moving it back because I was like looking for something and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not, what's the point of looking for it at this point? I might as well just go right on ahead. Just boom. It would have been the same difference. For real. And I couldn't even find the right picture, so I don't know. But now I'm like, where the hell is that folder, you know? Whatever. Yeah, so let's see here. I guess I'll open it up soon. Not right now, though. All right. Yeah, so I know there's been a couple different things going on today, but I think so. We did a recap of Morbid's Law the other day. I didn't see the other one, so I had a few requests again. So I'm down. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. But otherwise, I'm also down to find some crazy stuff. That shit's fun. I'm in the studio over here. Wrong YouTube. A new one? No. I don't know. That's kind of weird about the Tesla going into the tower. I don't even know what to think of that. That's a stretch right there. All right, what's really going on? It's so weird because my friend will like occasionally from middle school like pop up on my thing, and I'm like, oh my god, I know that. Oh, it's her. I know that lady. All right, so yeah, dude, I don't even know. I don't even know. I guess that one's pretty sweet. All right, let me go over there. I remember one time I was watching this. I was watching this video, and it was just a long compilation of literally people that were live streaming, and they were live streaming like when they were offed or off themselves, or something happened, like they fell off of something crazy. Damn, there's so many different ones. I'm like, ooh, which one? All right, this one. All right. This one right here. This is the one, because like I said, there's a lot of stuff I like to watch with you guys, especially because it's like it's almost more fun. But this, yeah, this is weird. I mean, look, it's not a cult thing, but it's not that long, and we'll be here longer than this lasts, because this is definitely weird. Um, what we can also do is we can figure out which cult we would like to talk about, because that's always fun. I would definitely like to do one that isn't like, if you guys want to go over one of the huge ones, totally down. Love all the different things and all the different ones, but yeah, we'll figure it out as we go. But I know that I saw this. I After seeing the one that we watched last night, I was like, all right, let me watch something completely different and see how awesome this page is at like making documentaries, even if they're just these small documentaries, like documenting this information and showing it, with it all being like completely different. Like, this crime is completely different. Yeah, I don't even really know like what type of category crime this is. You know what I'm saying? Jim Jones, yeah, Jim Jones, dude. I know I found this really cool thing about him. Let's see if I can find it. Give me some Jim Jones stuff. Those speakers, like, I'm not by any means saying that this is like what's in support, because this could be taken out of context. But when people are strong speakers, for instance, like Adolf Hitler, and they're able to manipulate through, like, like, what's more powerful than word of mouth? It's like, you guys ever heard of that restaurant? Well, technically it's like fast food, but it's sandwiches. So Jimmy John's, well, um, he himself was like, oh, I don't. He obviously has moved up with the times, but for the longest time, there was no radio commercials or anything, any promotional stuff like that for Jimmy John's, because he was like, no, word of mouth is the best. That worked for a while, but they obviously had to go social media with it. Fun facts of the day with Bug. Welcome in. Wait, I swear I saw somebody come in. Oh, yes, I did. Welcome in, Tintin. All right, let me share this damn page and get this damn WhatDaBuG thing off my damn face. Get the fuck off my face, bruh. Oh, all right. Dude, that shit is so funny when people like, I don't know. There's this dude. Sometimes he dresses up like a like a king or something, but when he dresses up as this emo dude, it's so funny. I don't know why, it cracks me up. People try to come up there and talk to him all the time. It's so weird. They're like, yeah, man, like, I had this idea. He just like he's like cuss him out, but he's like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? So good. All right, guys. So I flashed that for a second, and all right. So this one right here, I found same channel, man. This guy's amazing. I mean, he's got 2.78 million subscribers. I mean, he's amazing. His name is Nick Crowley. I mean, he doesn't need me to do any promo for him. He's doing just fine. But that's where I'm finding all these different things. If you guys wanted to find different rabbit holes that are in this page that might not be things that I show you, but want you guys to see this. All right, let go. And yes, this is real.
This isn't what many of you may think. This is not a scene from some obscure horror movie. It's not a performance or some kind of art project. This is no ARG. What this is the beginning of a rabbit hole. It's the first step into a twisted world, hidden from the public eye in the very deepest depths of YouTube. A community whose dark practices have fallen through the cracks, unnoticed by most of the world for over a decade. Until today. Before we get too deep into this video is sponsored by Hunt a Killer. It's a
But I do want to let you guys know that, well, with this not being my first time watching this, I was looking for all these different, I was like searching for different things, and I like a lot of it's been removed or it's not there, but you'll see as this goes on. But I know there was a little bit of stuff in Reddit, but there's not much. Anyway, like I said, I did look around to see if there was any stuff, but yeah, it's legit.
a horrifying video and one that leaves so many questions. But as the title states, this is merely part 1. And less than a month later, in November of 2011, Mr. Sleepy People would release part 2. Bree Sexy Eyes Part 2, a video that plays out virtually the same scene as before. The man approaches the sleeping couple and proceeds to play with the woman's sleeping eyes. The video features no description and no explanation as to what we are seeing on our screens, just the shocking footage and nothing else. And as strange and concerning as this all is, it only got darker when just a week later, part 3 would be posted. Bree Drunk and Passed Out Part 3. Despite the first 2 videos not even reaching the 2.5-minute mark, this video was a whopping 9 minutes. The room is much darker this time, but the premise of the video stays the same. Just more of this person touching a lady named Bree's eyes. And to make matters worse, according to the title, not only was she sleeping, but she was also supposedly drunk and passed out at the time of filming this. What have we stumbled upon? What are these videos? Well, to understand this requires a deep dive into this Mr. Sleepy People channel. But for now, what I can say is that these videos are simply the beginning.
And he is not joking. Yeah, dude, guy. Yeah, he is. Happy birthday, Tintin. So you guys, just like the video we watched last night, well, actually, with all of these, it's trigger warnings just because the way this is. But this one's wild, but it's a shorter one. So I figured we'd find one of the shorter ones, and then you guys wanted to go into dang 25 minutes. How could your comment be in for 25 minutes? I've only been live for 14 minutes and 10 and 11 and 12 seconds. Yeah, dude. My drums are cool, and I moved one of my things around, so it's registering my hand a little better. It was skipping a couple beats and it was throwing me off a little bit. Same with my foot. Alright, anyway, let's keep watching this motherfucker. You are definitely dramatic, I know. Extra.
Concerning his videos on this lady named Bree, Mr. Sleepy People has 7 videos featuring her. 7 different videos of this man playing with this woman's sleeping eyes. while another person sleeps just inches away. It's one of the strangest things I've ever seen, and it doesn't end there. In fact, Mr. Sleepy People's channel has 38 videos following this same mold with as many as 10 different women. 38 videos of him opening sleeping girls' eyes, all spread out evenly within the past 9 years, with his latest post coming back in January of 2020. Whatever it is that this man is doing, he has been doing it consistently for a very long time. And if there's one thing that is clear when watching these videos, is that whatever this is, he knows he's not supposed to be doing it. Every video shows him quietly sneaking around the rooms of these ladies in the dark, very obviously trying not to get caught. With perhaps the most obvious example of this coming from a video on March 7th of 2017, entitled Lovely Big Brown Eye Check 2. The video starts the same as all the others, but something happens in the closing seconds that gives us a disturbing glimpse into the mindset of Mr. Sleepy People. As he holds her eye open, the sleeping girl suddenly blinks, indicating that she is about to wake up. As this happens, we see him quickly jolt away in an obvious attempt to not get caught. It's a moment that to me confirms the idea that he is not supposed to be doing whatever it is he's doing.
Yo, I don't know. I don't care how fucking passed out, dude. Someone tries to open my fucking eye. I'm not sleeping that heavily. No way in hell. No, nothing. Not nobody, not no how. Yeah, eyeball fetish, but it gets weirder. See, that's what I'm trying to tell you guys.
Which this idea alone makes the entire channel all the more concerning, as it seems he's doing these bizarre behaviors to people who have no idea what's happening to them. And the things he has done in these videos go far beyond what I've shown you. For starters, he's not only doing this to unaware sleeping women, but as I mentioned before, he has also done this to what he claims to be drunk or passed out girls as well. And that wasn't a one-off thing.
Okay, first of all, Jetica and fucking Kai. First of all, you don't know what's pulled up on another screen. You don't know what has been pulled up on another screen, and I have already seen this one. So, but you're not that late. I just started this a little while ago. I normally talk between 10 and almost 20 minutes. Today was just 10. But you're not that late. We've only been watching this for under 10 minutes. And it gets weirder. So basically what's going on is this dude, he's got a camera. He's going into rooms all around this house, and he's opening girls' eyes and filming it. That's what's going on.
Just going off the titles and some of his descriptions, he has seemingly victimized drunk women in the majority of these videos, a disturbing fact that will come into play more as this mystery unfolds. Now, skimming through his catalog of videos, I noticed something off-putting in a video called Quick, I Check, which was posted back in January of 2014. The video itself is creepy enough as usual, but the truly horrifying part to me comes in the description. There he writes, "Gave a quick eye check, didn't have much time to do it, which is no good. Her eyes were very beautiful and big, and also very tasty when I licked them and cleaned them for her while she was drunk asleep." Now this to me was actually a turning point for this channel. I couldn't help but feel like this was an indication that the whole channel is some kind of weird art project. After all, licking eyes is clearly disturbing, and this just sounds like someone trying to be very dark and very edgy. Especially given the fact that he didn't actually do this on camera, he only talked about it. It really made me think that this was all somehow faked. But this wasn't the case.
That's like licking salty balls, man. Padded rooms. Yeah. I mean, look, you guys are watching it. Thank you, Laura. Appreciate it so much. Much love to you. Okay. I mean, I'm all right with that. I will let you. I can't, your eyes gonna close, so I'm not gonna be good like these passed out bitches, but I will try my best. As long as I try my best.
October 26th, 2016, Mr. Sleepy People posts a 15-second clip entitled Quick Sleepy Eye Check, Lick. And I think many of you know where this is headed. It's a clip that truly left me speechless. What kind of rabbit hole is this? But as twisted as this video was, it did solidify something for me, that this channel is real. I mean, no matter how good of an actor you are, no one would be able to fake this. It is human nature to shut your eyes if something even comes near them. So even for the sake of acting, no one would be able to sit through this. So it almost has to be real. And he's
Well, look, I figured we'd do something interesting before, the main event or whatever. I don't know. Because I don't want to talk about. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, well, look, we're gonna talk about Jim Jones. All right, we're gonna rewind. We're gonna wind it back in. But right now, we're out there. We're doing all the fishing, not fishing like that fucking cult last night. Not that type of fishing. Just going out there trying to hook a couple things. But I think it's interesting. You guys need to know about this. You need to know. Sorry, I was stuttering so bad. I literally was caught on that word.
been doing this for so long. So not only is this not fake, but this man seems to love what he's doing. Now, as I mentioned before, it's a channel that leaves so many questions, but something I was shocked about was how these women weren't waking up when this was happening to them. But a quick Google search revealed that once you enter deep stages of sleep, your eyes can actually be opened without you waking up, as you can't actually see when your brain is sleeping. This is given the fact that all your eyes really do is reflect light. It's your brain that has to interpret that into sight. And so, as surprising as it may seem, many deep sleepers would actually just sleep right through this, especially if that person sleeping is drunk and passed out. And for the most part, when he touches and moves these eyes around, these girls tend to have contact lenses in, meaning that they likely wouldn't feel much of anything.
Well, at least he's making sure they're wrapped up. All right. So my other question, fuck, I can't remember exactly what I was gonna say, but uh, oh, are any of you guys heavy sleepers? And if you are, I mean, what are we talking? Like, how heavy are we talking? Cause I know my mother, she'd sleep through a nuclear war. Like, aliens could come down, fuck up the whole goddamn street. She'd be still fucking knocked out. What about you guys? Not me personally. I would be awake. I ain't sleeping for shit.
Plus, one of the girls he frequently does this to is, according to his description, partially blind. So, as crazy as this all seems, the fact that they are not waking up is actually easily explained. But this can only be done during specific stages of sleep, which leads to an off-putting thought that this Mr. Sleepy People has to know which stages of sleep these women are in before performing these acts, meaning that he likely has to be waiting and watching as they sleep before actually going in and doing this stuff. It is a horrifying thought, but it almost has to be true, given the fact that he never actually gets caught, so clearly he knows what he's doing. Now, another burning question that I was left with was, who are these women? How did he have access to what appeared to have been 10 plus separate girls over the course of 9 years? Well, judging by his first few videos, this Bree girl is sleeping with another man in what appears to be a basement, and the same is true with other girls throughout the channel. So there is a possibility.
So that shit's weird that the dude that they're with, whether it's his homeboy or even if she's the homegirl, like it doesn't necessarily mean that that's not even a friend that he invited over. Whatever. What the fuck? See, y'all are weird too. That's funny. Like a little tea bagging.
Possibility that he is sneaking into homes and doing this, but I have a much more likely explanation. Roommates. I think it's very possible that this person is simply living with other men, and they have their girlfriends sleep over occasionally, to which Mr. Sleepy People then records. He would know their sleeping patterns and he could check on them without being suspicious because he lives there too. It's just so unlikely that he would sneak into different homes so consistently without detection, and it would make a lot more sense if this was happening in his own home. It also seems likely, especially in more recent videos, that the women featured are perhaps in a relationship with him, as he seems to be more touchy, even holding them against his chest in some videos, with him having even admitted in one of the descriptions that the girl shown in the video was a friend. So we have a good guess as to a few things at this point. We can assume that this is very real.
A friend? What kind of friend is that? Not from her point of view. Well, I guess, yeah, from her point of view. What kind of friend is that? And plus, I mean, are these all well, it's either he like I like the theory of those are got to be like his roommates, and then they got the girls over, and I guess he does it to girls that he has over too. But it's like, bro, you're going in there with your homeboys too. That's crazy. What are they all on? Like, what is going on at this point? Because they all sleeping heavy as shit. Don't be around Mr. Sleepy People because he is roofing the shit out of y'all's fucking keg, dude. Y'all are fucked drinking that jungle juice. That shit is crazy. He's trying to get you like Jim Jones, boy.
Given the legitimate touching and licking, we can assume that this person isn't supposed to be doing this, as he is constantly sneaking around. Meanwhile, it's likely that these girls have no idea this is even being done, and we can assume that the majority of these girls are likely this man's roommates, girlfriends, or just hookups. But we still don't know the answer to what may very well be the biggest question posed here. What is the point of this content? What are we actually watching here? And why is it on YouTube? Well, having dove into this topic, the best answer I can give is that this is some kind of fetish, an idea that may be confirmed by Mr. Sleepy People's comment section. Now, I think most people who would watch something like this would be incredibly confused and terrified. And I think it would be safe to assume that videos like this would receive a lot of dislikes and...
Oh no, there's way worse. Laura, alright. I'll find worse. There's some pretty bad ones. The one we watched last night, that was pretty intense. Because you gotta remember that, well, he did that shit too, but there's a lot more kids running around in some of these cults and stuff too than there are around the Diddler man himself. Diddly do.
negative comments. Just give...
My bad. I'm so sorry. I accidentally hit the button above, and then I moved the screen out, and then it fucking expanded. So I missed. I fucking missed. I don't typically miss, but I did that time. Oh, it's doing that thing it does.
Surprisingly, this isn't the case. Despite a modest subscriber count of over 2,000 people, over the course of his 38 videos, Mr. Sleepy People has amassed 1.7 million views, with almost every video reaching at least 10,000 views. And these videos are extremely well received, with most averaging a 90% like to dislike ratio. And this ratio and these view counts are not caused by bots or spam. He has a disturbingly active and very passionate comment section on nearly every video he posts, with comments like, "Such a hot nose, you should do a nose nostril check too. Try to play with her nose next time. If you're feeling dirty, go inside too, that would be fun. Get some mouth play when she snores. Wonderful, the beauty of the sleeping female. Relaxed face expressions, calm, soft breathing, body limpness, complete unawareness. After she went out, how long did you wait to start filming? Yes, the lower eyelids again. More, more, more. My wife passes out like this every night, lol. I love messing with her eyes, mouth, and feet. Should I have stripped her down?
Okay, so obviously we've now like gotten into the whole fetish talk and shit, and let me just tell you guys something. Like basically if it's a thing, it's a fucking fetish. All right. So, for science sake, I was trying to look into, things cuz we were talking about Gypsy's book and shit like that. And there's the whole part about the playing with the shit in the toilet and smudging it everywhere. And regardless of whether it was a true story, completely bullshit, which sounds like shit, literally is shit, or it was Gypsy herself doing something weird in the toilet or whatever. Well, I stumbled upon, kid you not, a fucking quadriplegic. What's so weird about that, Bug, right? Well, this quadriplegic does OnlyFans, and her platform, besides being a quadriplegic, is like shit fetish. So a quadriplegic shit having fetish is out there. So this eyeball licking business isn't even that weird to me. Um and for science sake, I had to just like keep a picture just to show my friends proof that I'm not making this up. So yeah, but I can show you guys. I don't know if I can show it on here. Well, yeah, that's what led me to it. So the BDSM, that Gypsy, all the stuff. So I found this website, right? And so it's for BDSM, but it also has like a quiz. Like what level are you? Like what are you? Are you the master? Are you the slave? Like are you more dominant, but you like, it's just a whole thing, okay? If you guys would like the link to find out what type of BDSM motherfucker you are, just, hit me up. Let me know. If you if you really want to take the test, fucking figure it out. Get like Robert. Robert's a good guy. Robert probably took the fucking quiz and he got lied to. He hurt his own feelings.
If she's that drunk, you should do more. Good vid, though. Interesting that you have a girl this drunk and all you do is hold her eye open. My GF wouldn't mind me doing that to her, I'm sure. What the hell is this? And this is just a small sample size. The channel is filled with comments just like these, with people who are loving the videos and want this person to do even more. And based off of the way these comments are worded, saying to strip her down, begging for more videos, using phrases like hot and sexy, while asking to see feet and mouth play, it reveals what could previously only be assumed, that these videos are meant to be sexual. At least to these people in this community, they get off to this strange practice. And in many ways, it seems like these commenters are almost living their fantasies through this Mr. Sleepy People account, just like many do when they watch pornography, as they are sending in requests in incredibly desperate manners, perhaps indicating that they can't do this in their real life, but they can have this guy do it for them and film it. It just keeps getting stranger. But as I said before, this is a rabbit hole, one that plummets to the very depths of this site, and Mr. Sleepy People is just the start. As when you search up iChecks and look at his subscription list, you find dozens of channels with hundreds of videos of this same practice. One of these channels, OSMKZHS, dates all the way back a full decade and features just 5 grainy videos of sleeping women having their faces manipulated by a man behind the camera. And though it isn't active today, the fact that this channel was prevalent so long ago shows us that this fetish style of video is nothing new. And it is still prevalent to this day, as evident by a channel called REM Sleeper. The channel is just 3 weeks old, but in that time, it has already posted 20 videos, many of which being done on what he describes as drunk girls. And it's shocking the number of views that all of these accounts are pulling. And again, all positive comments. This is no small community that is watching these videos. This is a
See, but that really is an issue though. If you think about it, for anything like social media and fucking all that shit. Mm-mm-mm. I mean, we already know, but shit.
Fairly large group lusting over sleeping women being touched in various ways. And this is only what we're seeing on YouTube. As it turns out, there is also what appears to be a black market like trade of these videos. That's all happening behind the scenes, a fact that is proved within the comments of many of these videos, with people asking if they want to trade personal clips, even sharing emails and phone numbers so they can trade their own videos behind the scenes. Something that I can only assume is being done because these people don't have permission to be filming these girls in their personal videos. So they don't want to post them onto YouTube to avoid being caught. This also may be done because these videos could be even more graphic, to the point where they wouldn't be allowed on YouTube. It's also important to note that every single person commenting on these videos and posting their own videos are men, and every one of these eye checks are done on women, leading me to believe that this isn't just about the eyes. It's just as much the sleeping or drunk girl, which makes this next discovery all the more concerning. It seems that every channel that posts or comments on these videos has their own playlists. And these playlists link to thousands of other videos in this genre, showing us just how widespread this is. I mean, there's a channel called Have to Be Gone that has a playlist with 667 videos in it, most of which featuring passed out women being messed with while they sleep. And these videos can be far more graphic than we've seen, with some showing old film reels of actual dead female bodies, and others showing videos of women having seizures. And all of this is being fetishized. But though the graphicness and the sheer number of these videos that are
Alright, so there was like a video that was on the last clip that you guys probably couldn't see, but it was shit, where did it go? It's completely blurred out, but it's basically just saying like it's showing like a video of someone from one of the concentration camps.
out there is shocking. There is something else very strange that you can find in these playlists: the topic of hypnosis. It is something that is sprinkled within many of these playlists, as there are often videos that show women being hypnotized, and some of these are actual tutorials of how to hypnotize people to the point where they can't move and are completely unaware, thus giving you total control. It seems that these people are into the idea of hypnotizing women, as women being asleep and unaware is such a large part of this fetish. And it's even possible they may be trying to learn this trade in order to more fully control these women, so that they can use them at their will. Now, I try not to be a person who judges others, especially when it comes to sexual preference. But if you think about this fetish as a whole, it is inherently problematic. These videos show women who are unaware, drunk, sleeping, and potentially even hypnotized in some. And something that all of these things have in common.
I like how he's like, whatever your sexual preferences are, your little kinks, your little fetishes, that's fine and all, but he is right though. Like, dude, there's a fine line between not consensual and fetish.
Is that it makes it impossible for these women to consent. You can't say no to something that you don't even know is happening. And these acts are sexual in the minds of the people consuming and making this content. So therefore, their actions should be considered sexual as well, given the fact that it's their intention. And to me, this appears to be the basis of this fetish. I think they like the idea of messing with a girl who has no control, and who certainly can't say no. This is why these girls are always sleeping and drunk, and it also explains why hypnosis videos, seizure videos, and even clips of dead women are in these playlists. It all shows girls who have no control over their bodies. It is just so twisted, as this whole fetish centers around a lack of consent. These girls don't know they're being filmed. They don't know they're being touched like this. And even if on the off chance they did agree to this beforehand, consent happens in the moment. It can't be given beforehand. Also, consent can't be given when you're drunk anyway. This fetish is twisted, and in every way possible, it is just wrong. And with that in mind, I want to close with the most disturbing part of this all. Kids. 8 years ago,
All right, this is definitely a trigger warning, but yep, that's where we are.
Mr. Sleepy People would post a video entitled Rem Little Sis, and the video shows what clearly seems to be a child sleeping. For the man behind this and all of his followers, this is a sexualized video. They watch this like pornography, and it's not only of his sister, but his underaged sister, a literal child. And unfortunately, there are multiple examples of this hidden within these endless playlists. These people are not only sexualizing unconsenting adults, but they are sexualizing sleeping children. And if that isn't bad enough, they then post those videos online for people to get off to. It just doesn't get any more screwed up than this. And I want you all to keep in mind that these women and children almost certainly have no idea that right now as we speak, people are viewing videos of them being toyed with in their sleep for thousands of people on the internet to watch in a
He's like, I have fucking millions of followers, and like people would never have known about this if I didn't make a video of it. But like, imagine if there's just all these people watching them, bro. You might have just brought more traffic to any of those pages than they had ever seen. Just saying, I love this guy's content. He's awesome, but just based off of what he said, words, bro, words.
sexual way. So it's clear that this community should not be allowed to exist here on YouTube. But the scary part is that on the off chance YouTube does actually terminate these accounts, they can do nothing to stop the behind the scenes trading of these videos. And if this is the kind of stuff that they feel comfortable sharing, well, I can only imagine the sickening things that are shown in those clips. I want to give a huge thank you to my gold tier patrons and, of course, my god tier patrons.
Yeah, so what the fuck is this thing doing? There we go. I was like, where the hell is the little circle? There we go. Yeah, definitely the one we watched last night was crazier, but there's some stuff on the guy's channel that is more like it's better for daytime, whereas like what we watched last night was like yeah, because there's like something else that's kind of along the lines of this, but yeah, definitely not a daytime thing. All right, let's see. Losing complete focus, and yes, I did. Oh yeah, Jim. Duh. Poor Jimmy. I don't need all that bullshit. All right. Fucking. All right. You guys, I'm sure, based off of who I'm seeing here, you guys know who Jim Jones is, correct? Yes. Come on. Kool-Aid guy. Well, actually, Jim's not even the one that really gave them the Kool-Aid. The women around him were very, very responsible for a lot of the shit that went down, not just the ending of it. So I'm just going to show you guys a little bit of how the church would run, but I'm also going to show you guys, we can watch a documentary together. We can start it, and I'm totally down to finish it if I can go. Yeah, I should be situated for later on tonight. But if I don't go live on YouTube tonight, then I'll just continue it whenever I go live next. All right, so this is how the church, like, literally, This is the kind of shit that was going on in there. Fucking Jim Jones.
Now with each of you, in a fond embrace, a salutary kiss of greeting to your neighbor, let's fill this atmosphere with warmth and love. How much I love you. Now as we meditate, God is love. Love is a healing remedy. We're going to reach out to areas where man has seemed to have difficulty. As we concentrate that the gifts of the Holy Spirit might function, or what the secularists might speak of as the paranormal, let us believe. Let us believe. Sister.
Yo, side note, I gotta find a bitch that looks at me like that. You see the way that lady was looking at that motherfucker? Shit.
Ingram, you're concerned about the losing of your sight. You're not able to see me clearly. Things just blur to you. You have to stumble around lately through crowds and are not able to see even people's faces close up to you clearly.
That's true.
You've told me nothing about your condition. Is that correct?
No, I haven't.
Give that little sweetheart a little bit of love. Thank you, baby. Peace. Now, take your glasses off. Just dare in our faith. We've seen Sister Brown here who was blind, totally healed. Saw one of our sisters blind from her childhood. It could be hysterical blindness, whatever. We're not concerned. She was blind and could not see. Now, look at my face. I'm going to hold up some fingers. You concentrate hard. I love you. The people love you. And most importantly, Christ loves you. What do you see? How many fingers?
3.
It's a fucking miracle. Ain't no way. All right, there we go. I just wanted to get it back on her face because yo, that's the worst fucking acting of all time. He's like, how many fingers do you see? She's like, 3. Bitch, I thought you said you couldn't see up close, bro. And then all of a sudden why she have glasses on if she was blind? I don't understand. Wait a minute, bro. I thought she was completely blind. Now look, I know that being completely blind does not mean that you're just, seeing pitch black all the time. I understand. I know that there's different types of blindness, okay? And there's different levels of it. I'm very, very aware. But this bitch over here like, 3. Yo, if you was blind, then why the fuck did you have the glasses on? Like, I gotta rewind. I gotta look back. Did she have like sunglasses on? No, she sure didn't. She had fucking glasses on. What the hell kind of damn scam is this shit?
One finger. You don't even need your glasses, child. Let's all be thankful as she cries back there. Let's cry and rejoice with her. Edie? Are your fingers numb in your right hand? Having enormous headaches in your head?
Yes.
Reach your hands out. Reach your hand out to me.
Yes.
Reach the fingers out that are bothering you. Now, is the pain gone?
Yo, okay, so that's enough of that. So that yeah, so that's how the church ran. It was one of those, like, it, you know, like, god damn. I'm trying to think what they called that thing. Do you guys remember The Jerk? I know I brought this movie up before. It's Steve Martin's first solo role. It's so funny, dude. But it's very dated. We'll just say that, obviously. But I'm trying to think what he calls that little thing that he invents for the glasses. It makes everybody eyes all fucked up. That's what that reminded me of. All right, let me go back. Now, we're definitely not gonna make it through the whole thing, but I do like this one. I have this one in my save cults folder because I have folders in folders in folders. So I got cults, and then this one's saved in Jim Jones. Yeah, I was thinking if he could heal, I gotta look to see if these people were alive at the same time. I don't think that can be. I don't think that even Jim Jones could fix any of that. I mean, look, I wouldn't care so much if she was like that if she didn't have to go, but she didn't have to go like being weird and writing it in a book like that, and then being like, "Hey guys, like, she fucking punked all of us. That's what happened." All right, so look, perspective here. Gypsy's like, "Fuck all y'all," right? And her people are like, "Fuck everybody." And so they write this absolute piece of shit book, and they're like, "Yeah, well, everyone's following the story, so you know what? Fucking let's put the most horrible fucking book we can absolutely think of and put it out there and be like, yeah, you might as well read it." I mean, shit, Gypsy's reading it with her own mouth, drooling all over our fucking microphones, all over the fucking script. We had to go through 3 of them. And then we were like, bitch, can you just read off the fucking iPad so we don't get it fucking wet and you melt all the words off and shit? What's up, Zen? Welcome in. We're talking about and learning about and going over some Jim Jones stuff because the people wanted cult stuff, so I showed them some weird shit about eyeball licking, and now we're going to Jonestown. Oh, maybe I should present the video to you guys instead of watching it by myself, because it'd be more fun if we watched it together. All right, there we go. Look, the octograb, yeah, yes, thank you. Oh my god, the octograb had all those people looking like Gypsy, didn't they? The octograb that's it. That's how you get your eyes looking like Gypsy. That thing will fuck you up. All right, I got it.
I wanted to go. People's Temple truly had the potential to be something big and powerful and great. And yet, for whatever reason, Jim took the other road.
On the night of the 17th, it was still a vibrant community. I would never have imagined that 24 hours later they would all be dead.
Die with a degree of dignity. Don't lay down with tears and agony. It's nothing to death, it's just stepping over into another plane. Don't be this way.
I vividly remember the first time that I met Jim Jones.
All right, so this is gonna quite literally give us all the information, all the things. So it's gonna go back, and like I said, guys, I don't know how long I'm going to stay live exactly today, but don't you worry. You guys know I save everything and keep everything as is so that we can pick up if need be. There is something that I know that I'd been asked, but I can always wait. Sorry for whistling in your ear. That's probably annoying as shit. Oh, yeah, baby. All right. So anyway, yeah, it's going to go back. It's going to explain how just absolutely twisted he was and the followers around him and, do the history. So let's do a little Jim Jonesin', baby. Yeah. Just Jonesin' you, boy.
My sister Carolyn had invited my parents and my younger sister and I to visit her in Potter Valley. We came, and there was this strange man in her house, and her husband wasn't there. Annie and I were sent out to go on a walk. When we came back, something had happened. Something terrible had happened because everyone had red eyes except for Jim Jones. We didn't really get the story until we were in the car going home. He was carrying on an adulterous relationship with my sister. And because his wife couldn't relate to him as a wife, that Carolyn had taken over that role. Everything was plausible, except in retrospect, the whole thing seems absolutely bizarre.
The first time I visited People's Temple, I drove at the urging of a friend and a co-worker to Redwood Valley.
We all got suited down, neck tied, everything, and we were sharp.
As soon as I walked in to the San Francisco Temple, I was home.
I was one of those kind of guys that I used drugs. I was an alcoholic. I drank alcohol and stuff like that. And all these people that were like my age, they were clean.
Before I came here, I was taking LSD, marijuana, every type of dope you can imagine. Without our pastor Jim Jones to teach me the right way, I would not be in college right now.
And for me, that was like, wow, man, I liked it.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
It was an interracial group. The choir was interracial. And they used to sing this song, never heard a man speak like this man before. Never heard a man speak like this man before. All the days of my life, ever since I've been born, I never heard a man speak like this man before. After they sang one or two.
You see, they're talking about the way he's talking. You see, like that speech, bro. Speech is crazy. That's why you gotta watch your words and your actions and your words that go along with your actions, or your actions that speak louder than your words, and you do the opposite of your words, and that's crazy.
Songs, the whole place was lit up.
The People's Temple services, they had life, they had soul, they had power. We were alive in those services.
I would be up jumping in the balcony and clapping my hands. If you came in as a stranger and didn't know anything about the politics, you were thinking you were entering an old-time religion service.
By the time Jones did come out to do his speaking, the table had already been set.
I represent divine principle. Total.
Well, remember, it's going back in time. So right now, this is when he's got his, well, obviously his church has gotten much bigger. There's other documentaries that start even further back, but I do believe this one will explain, it'll go back even further. I think it's just still just giving us an idea of the livelihood of which it was. But there's a lot of these people right here, they did go, but a lot of the people also didn't go because well, we'll just keep listening. But basically, Jim just wasn't agreeing with the rules and shit that he needed to follow. And, you can have more control over somebody or some bodies if you isolate them, Same thing goes, whether you're trying to just isolate one person or you're trying to isolate a whole body of persons, But that isolation is up in the very top along with persuasion. It's just a whole breakdown of the different tactics of manipulation that you would use as a cult leader.
Equality, a society where people own all things in common, where there is no rich or poor, where there are no races, wherever there's people struggling for justice and righteousness, there I am, and there I am involved.
What he spoke about were things that were in our hearts. The government was not taking care of the people. There were too many poor people out there. There were poor children.
The world is like a human family. The little child may not be able to go and draw a paycheck, but the father guarantees the child care. The grandmother may not be able to work anymore, but the father and mother guarantees her the right to live.
Every single person felt that they had a purpose there and that they were exceptionally special. And that is how he brought so many young college kids in, so many older Black women in, so many people from diverse backgrounds who realized that there was something bigger than themselves that they needed to be involved in, and that Jim Jones offered that.
I went home, told Mom, you know what, this is the right church for me. It was the next week that I became a member of People's Temple.
There's a little town in Indiana. The moment I think of it, a great deal of pain comes. As a child, I was undoubtedly one of the poor in the community. Never accepted. Born, as it were, on the wrong side of the tracks.
I grew up with Jimmy Jones. We started first grade together. My brothers used to go over to Jimmy's house and hung around his barn, which was where he played.
From the time I was 5 years old, I thought Jimmy was a really weird kid. There was something not quite right. He was obsessed with religion. He was obsessed with death.
My brothers came back with stories of him conducting funerals for small animals that had died.
A friend of mine told me that he saw Jimmy kill a cat with a knife. Well, having a funeral for it was a little strange. Killing the animal was very strange.
Jimmy's father did not work, did not have a job, and was a drunk. Jim's mother had to work in order to support the family.
And he was kind of left to his own devices. Yeah, kind of the kid who ran wild in the street, you know what I mean? Listen, he was in a dysfunctional family. We got a nice name for it now. But when you live in a dysfunctional family, you think it's normal.
Feeling as an outcast, I'd early developed a sensitivity for the problems of blacks. I brought the only black young man in the town home, and my dad said that he could not come in, and I said, then I shan't, and I did not see my dad for many years.
I'm a soldier.
In Lynn, Jim Jones looked for community and couldn't find community in Lynn as a town, which had a population of 1,000 people. But he did find community in the Pentecostal church.
Oh, all right, sweet. So we're about 10 minutes in. I'm gonna stop this right here, and I just got some stuff I got to do, and I definitely, if I can get the chance to, if it's the right time, I'll come back on here. But regardless of whether I come back here tonight or I come back here tomorrow, we're gonna continue watching this because I definitely love all the different types of cult stuff. I know there's some crazy ass Mormons, so we could get into that too. This is a pretty long documentary, but I think we can make it through. I mean, if you think about it, we made it through the Gypsy book, and if we can make it through that, then we can make it through basically anything. I want to say thank you again to Laura Lynn. Much love to you. Thank you. Appreciate that. Always supporting the bug. It's always awesome. Jetica, Kai, awesome. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Bird, Sky, thank you. Appreciate you guys being here. Happy birthday, Tintin. Just trying to gloss my eyes as fast as possible. Make sure I got you guys. Yeah, and that Zen, yes, Zen. And the man, I was like, that's the thing, is like I saw a couple things like, oh dude, the Jim Jones shit, even though the shit that ends up happening is just wild as can be, the ending of this, but there's so many other things that are just crazy. It's like, bro, wait, what? Like, once we get to the point of them starting to talk about moving to Jonestown and doing all the things, I think that part is one of the ones that bugs me the most. The promotion versus the reality of it. They actually kind of did the same thing. No, they totally did the same thing. The propaganda for, hey, what's up, Cozy? Brew. So yeah, they so basically what they did was the propaganda for the concentration camps was, it made it look like it was like, oh, they're just gonna be staying here, it's like summer camp. They have tables and they're playing games and they're having a cookout and doing all the things. Now that's a whole other level of stuff. Now, if you guys want to do some World War II stuff, I'm down for that. I love World War II. I also really, really like the Titanic. I've been to a shit ton of different things for that. And dude, the Titanic is sick as shit. I actually found a newer documentary on it that I was like, all right, that's a fucking bet, because there's people that are in the documentary that I've seen and like read about, and I'm like, oh shit, I didn't realize that was that. Yeah, Jonestown's definitely a cult. Oh yeah. Well, listen, you're catching me at the end of the stream, so we're gonna continue with this because, guys, I really just am down to cover all the things. Whether I make an official video or we just do this shit live, it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, it's still a video and still shit that people can listen back to, and it's always fun to do lives because you guys can interact with me. Now, I do typically offer an open panel, which we could absolutely do at any point in time, especially when we're covering things like this. I like to have other people's opinions. Like, well, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? I also like when people don't know about stuff and we can teach them. And I also like to learn stuff with you guys. So any and all suggestions, even if we don't get to it for a year or we don't get to it for 2 years, guess what? It's noted. Trust me. All right, everybody. Well, I guess I'll play you one of my songs. I was gonna play the drums, but I probably am still gonna play the drums, but I'm gonna actually do it on TikTok in a little while. That's probably what's gonna happen there. So I can practice. I can't practice or do stuff like that for you guys here, but yeah. That's just how that's gonna go. Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Yeah, and what you do is you just make sure that you have like a computer or something with a reliable microphone so you can hook up to StreamYard. You don't have to show your face. You don't have to turn your video on. It's not a requirement over here. I love YouTube. Not that I'm not, situated and stuff for the camera, but you know. Oh, what? Where the hell is this shit? All right. Boy, why are you barking? Alright, I guess I'll play this one. Alright, yeah. And I'll just keep that up like that. That'll work. Yeah, man. Alright, let me present this. Come on, Buggo. You can do it. Yep. Alright. What? That's crazy.
I'll be just fine if you stay with me. I'll be just fine if you stay here with me. If you choose to leave, I'll be alright. I'll be alright. Sitting here, feeling so irrelevant, really made me wonder where and where we lost the passion at. I guess we're changing, we're growing apart, we're falling apart. Just thinking this is breaking my heart. Everything has changed, everything's so tedious. Even your presence here is making me delirious. I can't take the shots, I can't take the thoughts. We're way past the point where we can restart. Life has become so mundane, it's insane, it's the same every day. Life has become so mundane, it's insane, it's the same every day. I'll be just fine if you stay here with me. If you choose to leave, I'll be alright. I'll be alright. We're waiting, we're hoping, we're kissing, we're fixing the things that we knew that I've always been missing. You got me in a position of submission. I know you're in charge, but I'll never admit it. These days it's so hard to tell what you're thinking. Are you up, are you down, are you gonna leave me? I said that I'm sorry, why won't you believe me? This begging, this pleading is so underneath me. Life has become so mundane, it's insane, it's the same every day. Life has become so mundane, it's insane, it's the same every day. I'll be just fine if you stay here with me. If you choose to leave, I'll be alright. I'll be alright. I'll be just fine if you stay here with me. If you choose to leave, I'll be alright. I'll be alright. I'll be just fine if you stay here with me.
Alright, everybody. See ya. Until next time. Yes, when we meet again, you guys have a great day, evening, night, or whatever the hell you're doing. Please be safe, everybody. Do all the things that I probably wouldn't. See ya.